This is Case Study 6 for CIS 2050 by Jacob Dodge. Introduction. Big data companies have grown exponentially in the past few years with the idea of helping and trying to center themselves around the consumer. It can help anywhere from police databases to sports to education and so on. It is estimated that the United States could save almost $30 billion a year, $300 billion a year through better data analysis and use. A large benefit to big data is the personalized and individualized use that it can bring to the consumer. Entertainment companies such as Spotify use this to personalize playlists for people to try and bring them better music that they are more likely to enjoy. Hospitals could use it to personalize treatments and record what works and what doesn't for each individual patient. Current IT events. On October 15th, 2019, the fourth Democratic debate took place, and a big topic was the heat faced by big tech companies. Many of the candidates tried to say that the companies needed to take more responsibility when it comes to what's on their platforms. Twitter and Facebook were brought up a lot, and people think that they enable online hatred. There have also been many apps by Google and Apple that were recently deleted, which showed the Hong Kong protests. What business benefit did the companies and services described in this case achieve by analyzing and using big data? Most of them achieved the idea of individuality to the consumer. With the ability to keep records and look out for each consumer, they can help the consumer and tailor their products for them. For example, Spotify creates playlists for every individual user based off what they use, what they listen to, and the type of genre that each individual user prefers. Hadoop is also a company mentioned that does a great job of helping society through their big data usage. The Bank of New York uses Hadoop to find and detect glitches and bugs in their data and trading systems. Identify 2 decisions that the organizations described in this case that were improved by using big data, and 2 decisions that were not improved. The Bank of New York was definitely improved by Hadoop to find and locate the glitches in their system to keep better records of their data and make sure that their system was protected. Spotify also improved their services through the personalized music playlists I already mentioned by giving the user a sense of security in the company and giving the users better playlists. One of the disadvantages of these companies was that Hadoop was not fast enough to respond to queries immediately like some other small data companies. It can also be big data can also be misleading, like the use of Twitter mentions for a company's sales team, like it says in the book. A lot of leads could just be dead ends, and a lot of things that you find on the internet are just useless, and big data could be trolled with them. List and describe the limitations to using big data. The invasion of privacy that some people might feel is an obvious limitation to the power of big data. Like in Chapter 4, many people do feel like online tech companies do know too much about them and feel as though they did not give all of their consent for their data to be collected. Big data can also be easily misled by false leads and data, such as the flu example in the book. Google was tricked into making it seem as though the flu was an epidemic when it was really not that huge of an abnormal concern a few years ago. Should all organizations try to analyze big data? Why or why not? What people, organizations, and technology issues should be addressed before a company decides to work with big data? All organizations should not use big data just because of the fear of the consumer. If everyone used big data, then everything anyone ever viewed or clicked on would be tracked. And that is a huge privacy issue that the majority of Americans would probably not like. People should just really think about if it's worth it to use big data, because it has the ability to discriminate and cause unnecessary problems in society, because it loses the human touch. Question 1. I surveyed 10 people and asked, do you feel like big data can be an invasion of privacy? Question 2. What are these companies doing to maximize the benefits while making consumers feel safe? 8 out of 10 people that I asked said that they do feel like big data companies do invade their privacy. The feeling of someone knowing everything about you on the internet is scary. Big data companies are trying to make it clear to the consumer that their information is safe, while at the same time trying to use the data collected to help the everyday life of people through music and entertainment, all the way to hospitals and healthcare. So in conclusion, these data corporations have grown exponentially in the past few years with the idea of helping themselves and the consumers. It helps anyone from the police to sports and education. A large benefit is the individualized and personalized use that it can bring to the consumers. Entertainment companies use the personalized playlists to try and make better music for people that they're more likely to like. And hospitals also use it to personalize their treatment and record what works for each patient.